be specific aspects of sub-skills of language. They can test a specific tested method. They can certain kinds of decision. And they can test a particular kind of information. We are going to focus in this kind of tests and in those that test the achievement that are related to the instructional objectives. When you develop a test, you have to do a process and you have to first of all describe language objectives. Secondly, you have to select the appropriate test task. Thirdly, you have to devise and assemble the test task. And fourthly, you have to devise a scoring system. This is the process of the test development. When you have to describe the instructional objectives, could be general instructional objectives, like skills, abilities, knowledge, and specific instructional objects. Those are the day-to-day instructions, some units, lessons. First of all, you have to prepare the objectives reference test, and you have to you can describe the test as objectives in terms of task. At the end of the course, the students will be able to maintain a telephone conversation. And you can describe there in terms of linguistic focus, range, and standards of performance. We will go through this. Content focus is the linguistic content that should be clearly identified. Content range is the conditions in which learners are expected to demonstrate the skills. Standards of performance is what to look for to determine if the objective has been reached. Task. You have to select a task in the test. You have to assess this task. 3 types of tasks: close-ended, limited response, and open-ended. Close-ended, they are similar to the ones that we have seen before. They are limited and they have predictable responses. They are good for comprehension skills. They are very good for the beginning levels because they don't really need language production. They are easy to score, but they need time to prepare. True-false statement could be an example. After this, we have the limited response test task, like a dictation, an imitation, matching format, or closed test. The student have to give a shortly written task, like the dictation, and the open-ended oral interviews, role plays, written composition, essays, interviews. They are very good for assessing speaking, listening, and other production of generation language. They are complex, so you will need high-level students, and they are the most complex tasks to score because the students' responses are not predictable. They are predictable, more or less, the most predictable, the less, and they are not predictable, so you will need an extra time to score them. When you have to choose the type of task that you are going to include in the language test, you will probably need to look these 4 options. You first have to know which instructional objectives are you going to test. This is the most important factor. You will the student's level of proficiency is not the same. Make a test or prepare a test for high level than for low level, because high level will be able to make an open-ended task, but the low level will have to do limited response or close-ended task. Instructional activities, because the students have to know what you are asking them to do. You have to be able to have the resources that you will need if you are going to make an interview or you are going to make an essay. In the case of the interview, you will need a space to make the interviews, or in the case of the essay, you will probably need an hour or more than half an hour to let the children develop the essay. There are some guidelines for making open-ended test tasks. They have to be appropriateness, they have to be understandability, and they have to be feasibility. Appropriateness, that they really elicit the topic, that the students can understand the task or what is expected from them, and if the topic is realistic, or is this difficult, easy, if you have to consider if there is enough time. This is the end of the presentation. Thank you so much.